Welcome back to day 2 of Easy Steps to Define and Plan Your Online Course. So yesterday we talked about getting clear on your topic, and today we are going to talk more about defining your title and your strapline. So that tells you more about what is, in the course. And this is super important because if you get clear on this, it's going to be much easier to plan and then to go on to create your course. So you've decided on a topic for your course. Hopefully you've narrowed down those 5 final options to the one that you're choosing. And the next step is then to get clear on exactly what your course attendees will learn while attending your course. Now, the reason you want to do this now is that it will make it much easier to market the course when the time comes. To do this, I want you to answer the following question. What one thing will my course members know or be able to do by the end of the course? Now, this might have several elements to it, but you should still be able to sum it up in one line. So even if you feel that your course, is broader than that, they're going to learn several things, you need to still bring it down to something that is easy to say, easy to describe in that one line. Obviously, when you go on to market the course and you've got your sales page and all those kind of things, you can go into much more detail at that stage. You can go into all the benefits, all the features, all those kind of things. But if you're not clear on exactly what you want the person that's taking the course to understand or know how to do by the end, it is going to become much more difficult to plan it and also to keep you on track. You do not want to be wasting time going off on different tangents. So the reason we're doing this is to get very clear that all the time we're working towards a course that does this one thing for the person taking it, and that is super important. So let's look at some examples. This might help to make it a bit clearer. For example, they will know how to grow their audience using Facebook if you were doing a social media course. If you're somebody who creates handmade jewellery and you're going to be teaching this to your audience, they will know how to make a pair of wire-wrapped earrings. Or you might be doing wire wrapping in general and you make, several different pieces of jewellery during the course. That's fine. But just be very clear in that summing up what you're teaching. If you're an aromatherapist or something like that, they will know which essential oils can benefit their health by the end of the course. And yes, there might be sort of wider things within that. You might be going into several different essential oils, several different, treatments for things, or probably not treatments, that probably wouldn't be the right word, but the things that it helps. But ultimately still, you're summing it up. They will know how to train their new puppy in 5 basic commands. So the reason you're really honing down on this, you're not saying, oh, I'm just teaching about essential oils. Well, how are you teaching about that? Oh, I'm just teaching about how to train my puppy, your puppy. You're actually digging into exactly what they're going to know. So they're going to walk away from your course knowing how to get their puppy to sit, stay, fetch, go get the ball, sit quietly in the corner. Whatever it is, you're going to be very clear on what they're getting out of it. I don't know if you can see the difference there, but it's rather than just being quite vague about what they're going to know, to bringing it down to exactly what they're going to walk away with. Because when you're marketing the course, someone wants to know what they're going to be walking away with, what they're going to get out of it, what they are struggling with. They have a puppy that is all over the place. He doesn't know how to sit or stay or fetch. He is like rolling around the floor. That's what one of my puppies was like. So you have to tell them the benefit of this. They are going to, once they've gone through the training, once they've gone through working with their puppy, they are going to have a much more well-behaved puppy, and one that it's safer for everyone, because if you tell him to sit, he's going to sit. He's not going to run off on all over the green or the park or wherever you are. So hopefully that's helped you think about your topic and think about how you can apply that. Now you can have bigger, wider topics than this by all means, but I still want you to be able to sum it up in a single line of text, because when you're catching the attention of people that are going to take the course, that's what's going to draw them in. So look at your topic now and decide how you can apply this. That should help you come up with the title of the course and your strapline. So a strapline is just, sometimes it's called a strapline, sometimes it's called a tagline. You know, it's the title and then that line that follows on from it. The more places you often see this is in like movie descriptions, like movie posters, or even on books. So you'll have the title of the book and then it will say, you know, this thriller is scarier than Gone Girl or whatever. You know, it goes into a description of summing up exactly what that book is about. So the title might not tell you straight away of the movie or the book. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. It depends. But the strapline tells you exactly what you're going to get. This is a horror movie. This is a scary movie. This is a movie that's great for the kids. Do you see what I'm saying? Obviously, it's not going to be the same for a course, but it is that descriptor that tells people more. So this strapline is a line that tells people exactly what they're signing up for. While you're building the course, it's okay if your title and strapline evolve and they get tweaked. You know, that will probably happen naturally. But what you don't want to do is end up starting out building one course and then at the end of it you've created something entirely different because you've wandered off from the path. So it's very important to get this clear from the beginning. If you know where you're headed, the course which emerges is going to take you much less time to create and it's going to be much less stressful to do it because you will always have your end goal in mind, and every bit of planning, which we're going to talk about tomorrow, will lead you to that destination. So let's take here a real world example, and I'm going to talk about the next course that I have going live, which is my Course Creation 101 course. Now this started out by me wanting to provide the full detail on everything you need to create a successful course, and I called it Course Creation 101 because it's the complete process from the start. You know, that 101 implies the fact that you're starting out from the beginning, from scratch, or you're starting out with the basics but you want to kind of evolve it a bit more. Even if you've never built a course before, this is going to have you covered. However, probably even more important than that title is the strapline, because this provides all the information your audience needs. And the strapline for that course was everything you need to know to build, launch and market a course so you can start profiting from your expertise. And you can see in there that that kind of sums it up. Yes, they know from the title that it's about creating a course, Course Creation 101. But it then goes on to describe that you're going to be building this course, you're going to be launching it, and also you're going to dive deep into the marketing so you can profit from it at the end, so you can sell that course. When someone reads that, they're going to know exactly what they're going to walk away from the course with. The whole process will be laid out for them. Now think about your course, and I would suggest you come up with the strapline before you worry about the title, because it's often easier to write down exactly what they're coming away with, and then you can think of the title afterwards. Take the one line you created earlier that summed up your course. Maybe you need to fancy it up a little. You know, when I first came up with that line at the top of the page there, I knew the basics, but I kind of, you know, evolved it a little bit. So I brought in the fact that you're profiting from your expertise example. For example, I knew it needed to be about building, launching and marketing. So you might need to pretty it up so it makes it read a little better or look a little better. But basically, it's the heart of what your course is about. It's the one thing you need to keep in mind when you're planning your course, so your audience emerges knowing what they signed up to learn. Now the title, in this case Course Creation 101, it can be descriptive or it can be catchy. You know, you've seen lots of courses yourself. Some people are so great at coming up with an imaginative title and things like that. But I think the description is super important. If you can put a catchy or a fun title in front of it, obviously depending on your niche, because a fun title might not be right in your niche. So just think about that. Think about how it's going to fit. But as long as you have the strap line to dive deeper into what people are getting, that should be a good enough description, a good enough selling the benefit of your course. Okay, so I hope that's been helpful in defining your title, defining what the course is going to be about. We're not doing this just for no reason. We're coming up with that strap line so that when it comes to planning, you are going to be really focused. You're going to know exactly where you're going. And tomorrow we're going to be talking all about planning. This is a super important step if you want to make creating your course as easy as possible. So watch your inbox for tomorrow's training, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.